Hi guys, this is Christina from GlowingLayouts.com or from YouTube, Happy Crayon Love. And today we're going to be showing you how to do a multicolored vector on Photoshop. First thing you want to do is open up your Photoshop. Now, I've already cut my person out and deleted my background layer. And just so you know, we're going to be creating something similar to this. I'm going to show you how to do the shape and all. Okay, now we're going to start making our vector. First thing you want to do is make sure you have your color selection and change your colors if needed. Now that you got your color selected, you want to use your shape tool to make your vector. Now you can come up here and somewhere in there the vector shape looks like this and so on. Now you want to start from like up here and just pull down. And you want to make sure the little outside circle is not in your photo, and you want to make sure the little circle on the inside is inside your person. And then let go once you get it done. Now you want to go to Paths, and right click, and then left click, make selection, press enter, or if you want to feather it, you can feather, whatever. Now you want to go back to your layers, and you want to create a new layer. Drag that layer under your person, and now we want to hide our person by clicking the little eye. Now you want to get your paint bucket tool, and you just want to paint, click inside your little selection, gives it color. Control D to deselect it. Take your magic wand tool and click the transparency so you can get it, and now you want to come and make a new layer. And change your color real quick to your other color. Get your paint bucket tool and paint your transparency. Control D to deselect. Now you want to go get your eraser tool and make sure your eraser tool is big enough to erase the yellow, and just click once. And you want to make sure your person covers that little circle that you just made, and he does. So you want to hide him again. Now next thing you want to do is take your magic wand tool and click every other yellow, or you can start with blue, doesn't matter. Now once you got all your every other color of the yellow selected, you want to make another new layer, and you want it to go on top of your yellow layer. And now you want to change your colors to your next two set of colors. Once you got your second color selected, you want to Control D to deselect your, oh my bad, you didn't want to do that. I'm going to go back. And you make sure you're on your next layer. You want to get your paint bucket tool and paint your first layer, your first color in. Control D to deselect. Now you want to make another new layer. Go back and get your magic wand tool. Now select every other blue. Do it the same way you did before. Once you got those selected, change your color to your next color. Take your paint bucket tool, make sure on the new layer, and paint. And click to change color. Control D to deselect. Now, if you got the colors the way you want them, good, great. You want to go to your layer, one of your layers. Okay, right click, and then go to blending options. First thing you want to do is we want to click on stroke so we can add a stroke to it. Now you can do a color stroke or a pattern stroke. I'm just going to do a pattern stroke because that's what I'm going to do. Change your pattern, click on the little drop down button there, pick your pattern. I'm just going to pick those. And I'm done with my stroke. I'm going to leave everything else at the default setting, and you're going to go to pattern overlay. Unless you just want your colors, then if you just want the colors, then you can just not watch the rest of this video. Click on the drop down menu, and we're going to pick our next pattern. I'm going to use diamonds. And change your blending mode to soft light. Once everything's the way you want it, I'm also going to add a draw shadow, but I'm going to leave everything at the default setting. Once you got everything the way you want it. Click OK. You want to go to your next layer. And right click and then click blending options again. You want to add a stroke as well on this one. And I'm going to do another pattern stroke. You can do color, or you can do gradient, or you can do pattern. Depends on what you, your certain editing style, and depends on you. I'm going to use the same exact pattern that I used before. I'm going to add a pattern overlay as well, because I don't want just the color. Now it's okay to use just color, but I like the pattern overlays simply. I'm going to do that pattern overlay. And remember, blending mode when using pattern overlay will always be soft light unless you use overlay. Depends on your editing style. You want to add a drop shadow, click OK once you're done editing. It's looking good so far. So we're going to go to our next layer, right click, and click blending options again. And you're also going to add a stroke on this layer too. And again, I'm going to do the exact same stroke. Once you got the settings the way you want it, you're going to click OK. And I went ahead and pause the recording so I could, because you already know how to do this from earlier. Click OK once you got your settings. And I also did a draw shadow on that layer as well. You want to do the exact same thing for your last layer. Right click, blending options. This time you're not going to do a stroke because you're not going to be able to see it on that pattern or on that layer. You're just going to do a pattern overlay. And you want to just pick your pattern and do the exact same stuff you did before. Okay, remember blending mode, soft light, and once you're done editing, click OK. Now we got our vector, and we're going to add our person back to this to see how it looks. And it looks great. So what you want to do is go up to layer and merge visibility. That will compress everything to one layer, so this next step will be easier. Now you want to open up your shape, and I will also give you this shape, a brush, in the info box and stuff. You want to take your magic wand tool and select the black selection of your shape. Get your move tool and move it to your other picture. Now you're probably going to have to play with it just a little bit to get it to the exact same size of your picture, and once you do that, then you're good to go. You'll be able to do the next step. Once you got it the way you want it on your picture, you want to get your magic wand tool once more again. And select your black selection of the shape and click delete. And then now you want to press Control C, Control V. And I'm going to delete this layer right here, the layer 3, or the middle layer, because it has nothing on it. Click yes. And I'm going to hide my bottom layer. Okay, something happened. Let me redo that, guys. Okay, so once you delete your shape, the black shape, you want to make sure you're on your bottom layer, which is your picture. Press Control C and Control V. Now I'm going to hide my background layer, or the bottom layer, and now you can see that it's a circle. Now if you just wanted it to be a circle and you wanted it to blend in with your wherever you're putting this, you can save it as a ping file and it will automatically be a circle picture. Now if you don't want it to be a circle, then you want to create another vector, and since I already showed you how to do that, I'm not going to show you how to do that. It's simple and easy. You just follow the same steps that I showed you how to do. Thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to my YouTube for more great video tutorials. This was Happy Crayon Love, or Christina from glowinglayouts.com.